Yeah, you did. You gave me the heads up. Want to salute NECA for having an amazing career, everything that she's meant to the WNBA, and not just on the court. And I'll get back to that, but off the court in her perseverance in all the different leadership roles that she's had with the WNBPA and helping get this transformative CBA together and being at the forefront of the change that has come for the league. And she's been in that spot for a decade now. And I think on one of your recent episodes, you said that she now gets the chance to rest if she so chooses, and she deserves that. And I don't want anybody to ever forget the impact that she has made in her leadership on this league. And then we get back on the court. We're talking about an MVP. We're talking about an all defense, an all WNBA caliber player who's still playing at an elite level. And I think going out on a high note with your performance is one of the things that you can only ask for in sport. And NECA definitely has done that and is doing that with grace and class like she always does.
Oh, so sweet. So sweet. We appreciate you. That's why you're the brother we never had, okay? Rounding out our list, the Phoenix Mercury, the Toronto Tempo, the Connecticut Sun, and lastly, the Seattle Storm. That was fun. That is our latest power rankings. Now, JJo, we have a plot twist because our power rankings, maybe a team will get a quick little boost because there is news involving one DeWanna Bonner. The Phoenix Mercury and six-time All-Star DeWanna Bonner have agreed on a buyout to her contract. This move sends Bonner to the waiver wire, and she would become an unrestricted free agent if she is not picked up. In her 17th season, Bonner would then be clear to sign with any team. And I believe the intention is for her to be able to take one more swing at a championship. This is huge because there are teams that want to get a little bit of a boost. And DeWanna Bonner, obviously in year 17, and the Phoenix Mercury, first of all, shout out to y'all being like, you know what? It's okay. Like, go be great. Like, make the most. I love it when you can see legends, get respected on their way out. And in some ways, this is them saying, like, go pursue a winning opportunity. Now, this is a head start for somebody else. There are a couple teams that could use a little bit of a boost to try to get up to where the Minnesota Lynx are feeling right now. What did you take away from seeing this news hit your timeline?
It definitely surprised me. To your point, the buyout market in WNBA is not one that is very robust season after season. So it was unique to kind of see this, but there was a line in the press release that jumped out to me and saying how DeWanna could potentially get a chance to go after a championship in what could be her final postseason. So that stuck out to me a good bit because I think that will kind of inform us in terms of like what team she is looking at. And just by looking at her numbers this season, she's gotten better every month this season. She started May averaging 8 points. She bumped it up to just under 10 in June, 11 in July, and now in August, 14 points per game. So she's going in the right direction. So this could definitely swing some things for the stretch run of the WNBA season.
I also like the phrase swing some things. I'm mad that I don't say that because that sounds like something I would say vernacular, I would say. And in the quote, it says that DeWanna has been an important part of our team and brought tremendous leadership experience and competitiveness to the Mercury because of the relationship we have with DeWanna, which is basically saying, hey, we want you to be great and to, if this is your end season, end on a higher note. Quote, we worked out a buyout agreement that gives her the opportunity, as you mentioned, to chase a title in what could be her final postseason. Fascinating. Now, immediately, what teams come to mind? Because I'm thinking of maybe a Golden State Valkyries team that already has the defense on lock, but they need more potent offensive weapons. They already have a number of rangy, positionless players. Maybe it's the Golden State Valkyries. Do the Dallas Wings take a look now that AZ Fudd is out for the rest of the season? Who else do you think could potentially be like, oh, DeWanna can help make the case for us to be more competitive than we even thought at this point?
I like those call-outs, to be honest. The Dallas fit is one that is interesting. I think their front court is starting to solidify itself. Alana Smith has had an up and down season, but she's starting to figure it out. Awak had a 7-block game recently.
Oh, my
Jess Shepard
goodness.
is an all-star. So I think they're in a solid position in adding like some veteran presence would be nice. Golden State, to your point, could use an offensive boost. But the team I just keep coming back to, and I think there are two teams in particular. One is on the East Coast in the New York Liberty. They have been dealing with the injury to Satou Sabally, and she's been out indefinitely. And we know what they hearken themselves of being. They want to be a championship contender. They want to get back to the finals, and DeWanna feels like she can come in and fit in really seamlessly. And another one that
Satou with the size and the shooting. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, kind of like a merging of a similar skill set there. And the other team that kind of popped up as we're kind of awaiting some news is the Las Vegas Aces. Where,
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, Nalissa Smith recently went down. We don't know what the extent is. And obviously they played against DeWanna in the finals last year, and she had a solid performance. So Coach Becky Hammond, Nikki Fargas in the Brain Trust of Vegas could potentially do some digging and seeing what is DeWanna's level of interest in popping into Vegas and kind of fitting into their rotation, depending on what happens with Nalissa Smith's injury.
Completely agree. Vegas was the other team that was on my mind because Nalissa, again, was able to stretch the floor. The only caveat there is Nalissa is a strong post defender, meaning she's physical. She's got like a thicker body where she can sort of put a body on other bigs, dynamic bigs that you'll need to defend in the WNBA, from a Brianna Stewart to a Nafisa Collier. You think of a Leah Boston. Those battles with Asia have been intense. And so maybe defensively it's a little bit more difficult, but still someone's got to guard her. So, you know how sometimes you do the whole, well, where I lack in defense, I make up for more than in offense. So now we got a certified three-point shooter with deep range that you have to bring your bigs now out to guard me. And so those are a couple of teams. Who did I mention? The Golden State Valkyries, the Dallas Wings, and the Las Vegas Aces that probably picked up the phone, baby. They're going to pick up the phone, baby, and try to make a push. DeWanna, we're happy for you. If this is your goal to go and compete, and shout out to the Phoenix Mercury for making it possible. Man, it feels like, ooh, that might be a little cheat code for one of these teams trying to win a championship, J-Joe.
Absolutely. She definitely could swing some things depending on where she ends up. She's, like I said, she's been playing the best ball of her season at this point in time, and she's just getting better as the season has gone on. So I think there's definitely a lot left in the tank for DeWanna, and she could certainly help out a contender down the stretch.
Officially, the name of the new segment, Swing Some Things. Swing Some Things. Thank you, JJ.
We'll go ahead and swing the rock one time.
All right, that's it for our power rankings. And of course, there was a little bit of a plot twist. Thank you so much for watching Chiney Today. Make sure you subscribe, rate, review, and show some love. Drop some love in the comments. We appreciate all the love that you give us each and every show. Again, this is Chiney Today, the heartbeat of hoops, and we will see you next time.
Shy.